What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Shine Through Darkness. So there's this thing called Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Probably. I just heard about it. TDS. People were telling me I have TDS. I'm like, what the heck is TDS? You mean TBS? I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to the world too much because too many idiots control it. I just don't pay attention. They don't affect me. So anyways, I think every single U.S. citizen should have to vote. Mandatory voting. So this is how we combat division and hate with more division and hate. It's unreal that people would even fathom this idea. So this tells me that people have no clue how the electoral process works and how their government works. It's mind-blowing. It is literally mind-blowing. So we're going to go down through these, 70-some comments or whatever they are. And these are the people that we are living with. These are people amongst us out in the world who think they're intelligent. Here we go. First comment, agreed. Okay, I think every single U.S. citizen should have to vote. Mandatory voting. Mandatory. Come on, man. That ain't America. That's not America. Okay? People are taking America and trying to turn it into not America and then saying that this is America and we should leave it alone. These are not intelligent people at all. What a stupid idea, encouraging people to vote even if they know nothing. Mario Junkie said that. Keep that in mind. Mario Junkie. What a stupid idea, encouraging people to vote even if they know nothing. Yep, you could still vote none of the above, but you must participate. Come on, dude. Make voting a national holiday. Audio Junkie. Name recognition is often a big thing. If all the people who would never even think about caring enough to vote are forced to vote, it's just going to be a pure popularity contest. That is a bit scary to me. Wow. You know what's a bit scary to me? I'm assuming the real squirrely one is a girl. So let me just say, they. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want people to say anything to me. This person just said how the electoral process works, but that would be a bit scary to them. And they just said exactly how the electoral process works right now. Let's check it out real quick before we get on. The Electoral College. The Electoral College, what is it? What is the Electoral College? The Electoral College is not a physical place. It is a process which includes the selection of electors, meeting of electors who cast votes for the president and vice president, counting of the electors' votes by Congress. Let's go over that again. The Electoral College is not a physical place. It is a process which includes the selection of electors. The selection of electors. Then the process includes the meeting of electors who cast votes for the president and the vice president. And the counting of the electors' votes by Congress. Check this out, man. Right up above, Electoral College in red. The Electoral College decides who will be elected president and vice president of the United States. Learn who is involved and how the process works. This is what America freaking needs to do. The United States needs to learn who is involved and how the process works. In other U.S. elections, candidates are elected directly by popular vote. But the president and the vice president of the United States of America are not elected directly by the citizens. Wow, this is how dumb the American citizens are. They don't even know. They're not even responsible for Donald Trump being in office. MAGA is not responsible for Donald Trump being in office. Instead, they are chosen through the Electoral College process. And what is the Electoral College process, people? Well, it's the selection of electors. It's the meeting of electors who cast votes for the president and the vice president. And then it's the counting of the electors' votes by Congress. The United States president is never elected by the American citizens. The proof is right here, black and white, right in your face. This is what Americans are ignorant to. Facts. Americans are ignorant to facts. Now let's get back over to the haters. Since we know what's going on right now, since we know that the electors select the vice president and the president, and that all the counting of the electors' votes are done by Congress, and the people, the president and vice president, are not elected directly by citizens. Keep that in mind, people. The president and the vice president are not elected directly by the citizens, and yet all these ignorant people of America think that they voted him in, and all these other ignorant people of America think that MAGA voted him in, and nobody voted him in except for Congress. Wow. I think that's a wake-up call to a lot of people. They don't know how the election process works. Oh, here we go again. So let me go back to where we were.
But more to the point.
More to the point, I'm going to tell you guys some stuff that isn't true. So let's go back to that comment. Yeah, see, the sign on the backs is all I need to know about this channel. Hate Street. And that sign is right in the back, right above that window. Hate Street. Where is it at? There we go. Mandatory, well, that would end the GOP. Oh my good, mandatory voting. Everyone has to vote, and it's a holiday. This alone would end the GOP. Oh my goodness, dude. Let me see, is that the... Oh boy, Mitch McConnell. Yep, Turtlehead. Insult people. Insult people. There you go. Let's see. Let's go down. Oh, a mouth breather. Wow. So there's just hate and division because of the hate and division that supposedly Trump is. Look at that, 79 replies. Okay, so we're back to this one. No stupider than that commented. What? No stupider than that comment. Reward voting. Vote and you get a tax rebate. Make it scalable. So the less you make a year, the more you get. The rich don't need the rebate and should be happy regardless. They be rich. The poor need the incentive and a voice in office. If you have a valid retort, then post it. No need to act like a child. Defend this stupid idea. Exactly, dude. Defend the stupid idea of you guys don't know what you're talking about. This is the whole thing. Once you understand that people have no clue what they're talking about, everything just becomes mumbo jumbo. Like, what are they even arguing over? Isn't that what exactly happened in the most recent elections? People who cried about increasing prices only caring for themselves and their pockets voted for Trump, to then either regret or not care at all that we allowed fascism into the Oval Office and failed the world as a leader of democracy. No, come on, man. People, wake up. You're taking all the blame, you're taking all the credit, and the blame and the credit doesn't even go to you. It doesn't even go to the citizens. The blame for Trump being in office, it doesn't go on MAGA. The failure of the United States doesn't go on the citizens. But the people are so gullible, they believe whatever the government tells them to believe. This is your fault. You guys voted him in. No, you didn't. Congress did. Now you know why Congress is sitting up there twiddly winks with all their what their stupid little SNL skits. Oh, let me doge this bill. Let me doge this bill. Oh, let me doge this person. Dude, this is all a show. It's all a show. If you got these people in the Senate, in Congress, in the House of Representatives, if you have these people in there that are actually for the American people, any one of these freaking people, you would hear them out there talking about all this stuff. I mean, dude, Bernie Sanders is talking a good game. I don't know where he stands because that dude flip-flops every other month. But he's out there, I guess, spending a little bit of his own money, talking about, we don't want an oligarchy. But where's everybody else? They're the ones that voted Trump in. You guys get that? It's all a show. It's all to make everybody divided. It's all to make everybody hate each other. If we look in the book of Revelation, man, look, someone told me the other day, Donald Trump is a godsend and America will be saved. And I'm like, look, show me in the book of Revelation where it says any nation is spared. Show me in the book of Revelation where it says any nation is spared. It doesn't say that. So I don't believe that. I know that God says in Revelation that he will send the wicked to destroy the wicked. He will put into their hearts to give over their kingdoms to the wicked one. Because they're all wicked. They're all here to destroy, kill, steal, destroy. Correct. So why should we double down on the uninformed voting? Well, yeah, uninformed voting, yeah, it's everybody's uninformed because they don't even know how the electoral process works. You call someone's idea stupid and are now complaining it's childish that someone called your comment stupid. Crybaby can dish it out but can't take it. So they've made a comment just because they got triggered by someone else's comment about someone else's comment. Awesome. Yes, Aussie here. Okay. The reward would be a paid day off to vote on a national holiday on a Monday so they have the weekend to catch their breath and Google a few things. No, you should Google a few things, homie. Catch your breath, take a Monday off, and a Tuesday and a Wednesday if you need to, and you should Google how the government works. It's only every 4 years. Make it a 4-day weekend, Friday and Monday off, and voting locations open all weekend. For what? What are we voting for, people? This is how ignorant the American people are. I read high. This is how ignorant people are. I'm not trying to trash anybody either. But it is just so absurd how it is a Google search away. A Google search away. And it tells you how the whole election process works. And it tells you that the U.S. citizens do not vote the president in. But you get onto social media with all these geniuses, everybody knows what they're doing, and nobody knows what the hell is going on. Nobody knows how anything works. Everybody has an idea. Oh, you're describing most Republican voters. Oh, I'm a Democrat, so you must be a Republican. Yeah, whatever, dude. What actually happened was that Mario Junkie called it a stupid idea and explained why. Capt Kipper called that a stupid comment for no given reason. In fact, good government requires the good judgment of voters. Again, come on. Uninformed or misinformed voting is more harmful to democracy than not voting at all. Wow, if you only knew. If you only knew. Oh my goodness, dude. This is like all them news channels saying, you guys gotta pay close attention to what all these news channels are saying because we're trying to give you the best information. Yet they're all saying the same thing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's all propaganda. And this dude, uninformed or misinformed voting is more harmful to democracy than not voting at all. Dude, no, it isn't. Because the people they don't do this. They don't elect the president, you dumb idiots. If you don't vote, no more tax refunds, no driver's license, no Social Security or Medicare, Medicaid. Why don't you just tell me you're from Russia? I mean, at least the Aussies said, hi, Aussie here. Hi, from Australia. Why don't you say, hi, from Russia? If you don't vote, no more tax refunds, no driver's license, no Social Security or Medicare, Medicaid. Yet nothing that you pay for. You get nothing you pay for. Oh my goodness. Ian Black, unreal. That's some real dystopian crap. You do realize the federal government doesn't even have the power to regulate driver's licenses, right? They're state issued documents. This is how dumb people are. They don't have a clue what's going on, but they have to get on social media and let me tell you all about it. Let me tell you all about my ignorance and let me show you 52,000 ways how I can be so ignorant. I wish there was some way to ensure that every voter was making an informed choice. Oh my goodness. List the top 10 issues in the election. If you can't correctly identify which candidate holds which positions, then you go to End Study Room to read the official approved campaign material. Read the official approved propaganda campaign materials from each campaign that have been vetted to represent their true positions on those top 10 issues. You can vote however you want, but you need to know what you are voting for. Completely unworkable, I know. Dude, you got a maple leaf. I'm assuming you're from Canada. I love Canada. You don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't make it mandatory. I'd make it a national holiday and you can get paid for the day off and only if you vote. Okay, so that's bribery. Didn't people complain about Elon Musk giving out $1 million for people to vote for Donald Trump? Dutton lost his seat. Best news I've had all year. Oh, you pay attention to this stuff? Huh. I'm with you on that one, and I'd move election day to April 16th. Oh my goodness, dude. Just on the point of compulsory voting in Australia, you have to turn up. Oh my goodness. Oh God, no. Forcing Americans to vote if they don't want to would lead to an even worse result than Trump. How? You guys don't know how this works. Actually, it would cut back on non-conservatives preventing people voting. Nope. Every 2 years there should be midterms, which should be as important. There is. Even better, imagine if voting turned into a 4-day party every 2 years instead of pain in the rear end disruption that costs money. A 4-day party, huh? I like it. Such a momentous and important decision should take serious consideration. Why don't you guys go read how the process works then, you idiots? Well, no, that's not freedom. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not freedom. We live in America. You want to make things mandatory? You want to force me to do something? I'll force you to step into the octagon. And what? Next thing, that's the next thing USA needs to change. Politicians running for office of any level should be legally forced to talk only about the policy they intend to implement. Any personal attacks or insults against the other side means immediate disqualification from office or race to said office. Then all weekend you hear what they have planned rather than utter BS. Dude, Donald Trump having 34 felony convictions did not remove him from the ballot. And now you say any personal attacks or insults will automatically remove. What happened to freedom of speech? I agree. We need. I can't do this anymore. Here in Australia, a real free country, we have mandatory voting. I can't. I can't. It's just so absurd on how stupid people are, how ignorant they are. And ignorance, man, it's the lack of knowledge. And then thinking that you're good without that knowledge. That's what ignorance is. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge, but still feeling that you're good enough, you're going to take on the issue and you know absolutely nothing about it. That is pure ignorance. If you are mandated to vote, you don't live in a free country. They mandate you to do things. That's not free. America is free because I don't have to go down there and I don't have to participate in your freaking reindeer games. You're not forcing me to participate in the wickedness of the world. You're not forcing me to be an idiot. Because I know just by a simple Google search that the Electoral College picks the president and the vice president, and they are not chosen by these citizens of these United States of America. I'm not that dumb. And if you try to make me that dumb, I will fight back, and you won't like it. Okay? Because you come unarmed. Obviously, you come unarmed. All right, so I'd like to have a battle of the wits, but this is the world we live in. Yeah, we saw that 90 million people didn't vote. Really? You saw 90 million people didn't vote? Where were those 90 million people? Where were they? I didn't vote. My wife didn't vote. My boys didn't vote. We don't vote. Why? Because we know that our votes don't matter. So we're not going to take the time out of our day to go participate in a freaking popularity contest. There you go. It is possible to win the Electoral College but lose the popular vote. This happened in 2016, 2000, and 3 times in the 1800s. They won the presidency, but they lost the popular vote. Oh, the popularity contest. Hey, everybody, let's go vote in the popularity contest and tell them that we's voting for president. Because we's all ignorant. We don't know what we's doing. Show me the 90 million people, dude. You got pictures of these 90 million people that didn't vote? You got pictures of the 80 million people that voted? Where's your proof? You're going by what the government tells you. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You have no information yourself. You're going by what the wicked people of the world tell you to believe, and you run with it because you're ignorant. Education is important, yes, but you also can't reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. People vote on their emotions and basic impressions very frequently. Education can also be weaponized. Just look at the new Oklahoma curriculum standard teaching conspiracy theories about the 2020 election and COVID-19. Audio junkies putting on too much knowledge for these people. It's going way over their head. And I guarantee you they're going to start arguing with Audio Junkie some more. Then complain about schools not teaching civics like they did in the past. Voting is a right, uninformed or not. Of course. Audio Junkie put down knowledge. The hater's going to hate. Haters hate. That's it. Haters hate. If you don't vote, you get fined. Then Australia is not a free freaking country. This is how dumb people are. Australia, the freest, the last real free country in the world. You're not even free. You're not even free. You are mandated to vote, and you get fined if you don't. You're not free. You're a slave. You do what they tell you to do because you are afraid of the consequences and repercussions. Fine me, dude. You ain't making me do nothing. You're not making me do anything I am not willing to do. Come try it. Well, your comment is pretty idiotic since plenty of people know who nothing vote. Wait, what? Well, your comment is pretty idiotic since plenty of people who know nothing vote already. Having said that, I disagree with forcing individuals to go out and vote as it stands against the freedom to choose not to vote, even though I vote each election personally. Dude, that's what Audio Junkie was freaking talking about. That's what he said. Hold on, let's go all the way up to the top. It's up here. What a stupid idea, encouraging people to vote even if they know nothing. Then you come all the way down here and the dude just pitched up a bitch and said the same thing that he just said. This is the ignorance of America. This is the ignorance of America and the world, not just America. Australia is showing up in here too. These are just very ignorant people that don't know how the world works. It's unreal. Your comment is pretty idiotic, but I agree with you even though I say I'm disagreeing with you. I disagree with forcing individuals to go out and vote. It stands against the freedom to choose not to vote. That's what Audio Junkie was just talking about. So you disagree, like it's idiot, like what? You're the idiot in this equation. I can't do this no more. Learn how things work, people. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's a freaking Google search away. Why are people so dumb, yet think they are so smart? Oh, because they got influencers like Donald Trump and TikTok.